Hello on the planet and beyond. It's Sade up between here and there. Environmental consulting for global hygiene and applications of information technology. Right now, we're going through the layers of the earth. Okay, so we're going to go all the way down to the core and come back out and get into more details about the earth's crust. Okay, so right now, we've done a video on the lithosphere and its contents, and we went a bit into seismic waves. I'm going to explain further with that information, as well as the MOHO, which is a boundary zone where seismic activity increases. If you want to check out those videos, check out the Earth series. Now we're moving into the mantle. The mantle is divided into two sections. That is the upper mantle and the lower mantle. You could actually divide those a bit further, but let's stick to two, even though I like three as my number. So the upper mantle consists of a portion of the lithosphere, the rigid structure. The lithosphere is considered just that rigid structure of the earth. Some of that goes into the mantle, but as you get closer to the core, things heat up, and we get into our semi-fluid, which is the asthenosphere. And so that is the operator of plate tectonics. Okay, so as it's becoming semi-fluid, plates are moving and shifting over that sphere. Okay, that spheroid. Okay, it's not a perfect sphere. It is the connective movements of plate tectonics. Excuse me. It's about 100 kilometers to 390 kilometers, all right, into the earth. That starts at about 500 degrees Celsius and goes to about 900 degrees Celsius. The pressure also increases as we go closer to the core. This has an effect on the composition of the materials at different levels. So more pressure on different materials will cause them to become more fluid versus more solid. And it's kind of pretty much a layer, like rigid, solid, excuse me, rigid, liquid, back and forth until you reach the core of the earth. That pressure is about 1.5 to 3 gigapascals. And so it's based off a scale of about 300 kilometers. There's considered a shift in the pressure once you get closer to the planet. A lot of this is, I was going to say prophesize, but in science, it's more called, it's like an estimated guess, it's a hypothesis of the pressure in the center of the earth, because no one has gone that far. Scientists and people in different industrial fields have tried to travel closer to the center of the earth, but because of temperature and pressure, of course, cannot make it. Um, so yeah, with the upper mantle, now you have the lower mantle, and that is a more dense and viscous. And so viscous, if you think of okra or not Play-Doh, because that's more pliable. Um, Snot, or those are the first things that come to mind. It could be relatable because I'm thinking of different things that are more culture specific that a person might not know of. But anyway, so the viscosity, if you think about very almost slimy, where the material sticks to one thing and it stretches. So that is showing its viscosity level. So it becomes more dense and viscous as you get to the lower level of the mantle. And that ranges from about 660 kilometers to 2,900 kilometers. And within that, it's broken down a bit when it comes to temperature and pressure. And that goes from the upper levels of the lower mantle, 1,500 degrees Celsius to 2,000 degrees Celsius. And as you move closer to the core, the lower level of the lower mantle is 3,000 degrees Celsius to 4,000 degrees Celsius. that pressure of the upper lower mantle is 24 to 30 gigapascals, all the way to 100 to 135 gigapascals. There's a slower convection heating compared to the more conductive heat transfer that happens at the upper mantle. So that is how heat is transferred in a convection manner in the mantle. Okay, so I believe that's it for this video. Quick, short, and sweet. If you have any questions, please drop them below. I think I want to do maybe some worksheets. That way, if you want to freshen your memory and you can have an answer key to check your answers, I think that would be beneficial for people that are getting into geology, environmental science, etc. Even if this is an elective course, it's good to know this information and to be able to relate to the information. Once you can relate to it, you start to generate patterns in your memory to recall this information versus just regurgitating it out for a test. So I hope that made sense. I think that's going to be it for videos today. I might make some later if I really feel like it. However, we've gone from the lithosphere, within the lithosphere, the MOHO, the increase of seismic activity. We talked about seismic waves, body waves, and surface waves, the composition of both. Now we moved into the mantle and expressed the upper and the lower level of the mantle. And then we're going to get into the outer and inner core, okay? However, a quick review. The Earth is composed of 3 sections: the crust, the mantle, and the core. They're further subdivided into other sections, which we've covered thus far. So anyway, thank you for tuning in. Leave me a comment, like, share, subscribe if you like this material. If you want to start getting into the mathematics, let me know. We will get into seismic activity, measuring, refraction and reflection, epicenters, other measurements as we go further along through this process. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know, like, share, subscribe, check you out, teach a teacher, and make sure you pass this information on to someone else. You know, give them the look. You know, I need to get my numbers up. You know, environmental scientists, shero out here. So let's get it.